Hey guys, Addie here and welcome to a brand new episode of Is It Worth Buying? So during this series we're going to sit down and take a look at the newest expansion pack for The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, and we're going to put it under the microscope to let you guys know whether we think it's worth the price tag. You have it, guys. It is now here, The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. This expansion we have been sitting down and waiting for the longest time, and I know when EA announced it, November could not get here fast enough. So during the next few videos, we're going to be taking a look at the 5 things. We currently have Create a Sim, Create a Pet, Build and Buy mode. We also have some new gameplay, which will include a lot of your chances to run your own veterinarian clinic, which I can't wait to get in to have a look at that, as well as the new world tour of Brindleton Bay. So sit down, guys, we're going to head on over, check out Create a Sim this episode, and feel free to check out anything else that we've got coming up. I'll put them in the description below as they come out, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you guys are new and would like to see some more episodes as they come out. Okay guys, so here we have the Hines family. We have Adeline, Austin, Kason, and Crystal, and these guys will be here to help me to demonstrate to you guys what items as well as aspiration and traits that have been added to Create a Sim. So let's start off with the traits and aspirations. So our first aspiration that is added to the game is Friend of Animals. So this sim wants to be friends with the animals. This is basically brings up the relationship with animals begin at a higher value. We also have a couple of new traits. One is a cat lover, which I've separated to Adeline, and the next one is a dog lover, which I've given Austin. I hope these two come into more of a gameplay sense. That's why I've chosen to separate them, and the kids also have the same options, which have all been separated. So as for new clothes, let's jump in and separate these by packs because we do not need to see the new stuff. So jumping in, let's start at the very top. Everybody loves some new hair. Well, I know I do, so I hope you guys do as well. So taking a look at the first hair is a wonderful braid. This reminds me of the braid work that I used to get done to my hair, so it definitely brings me back to my younger years. And I am glad that they've added this sort of braid and ponytail look. It definitely combines like a lot of style within the game. They've got a half up, half down look, but it's more of a bun casually style, like it's been pulled back. Not so much made to look like pristine or clean, but it's still like a really nice hairdo. Now I would have to say this is probably one of my favorites. A lot of the Sims hair that I've seen are exaggerated, but this I feel is perfectly exaggerated. I just love the style and how it looks with the other colors. This model of hair, it's just turned out to be absolutely beautiful. So now we have the option of completely up. This, I mean, I get the style of this. It really does fit with the theme of cats and dogs. And I feel like I've said this before in a couple of options where I would love to be able to remove this. They've been nice enough to give us separate pattern options for the hairstyle, and by all means it looks absolutely beautiful, but I feel this could also happen without it, which will also bring a lot of characteristic to the game. This is our next hairstyle. I feel like this would utilize for both men and women, but when I see this, I feel because of the hairline, it would bring a nice structure to a male's face, but it definitely looks good on both, and it's definitely a hairstyle that I would use for multiple Sims. So this one I'm slightly disappointed with. I'm not a big fan of the texture. Look, I call it the poodle texture because if you take a look at this has a hairline individual strip, and it looks really realistic. Try to say that like 3 times. Really realistic. Really, no, I'm not going. Where this, I feel it's just I don't know. I feel it's a dodgy texture and I really don't like it. I like the mohawk style, just not the texture of it. And I don't think changing the colour of it is really going to help it very much. So we got a sneak peek of this before when I demonstrated this. This one I like. I kind of don't know if I want it as emphasized, but I think because it's very similar to another style of hair, they had to, I think it's, they had made it differently, but it's still a hairstyle I like. This one is another favorite. Though the only complaint I have is I wish it wasn't ombre. Oh, I mean, I love the ombre option, but I want an option without ombre, because the middle part for this, I don't know, it just looks really good on this sim. And like, it doesn't look too bad in terms of ombre, but there's some obvious colors, like, I mean, I'm not one to really jump in and be super loud and out there and have like a bright coloured sim with ombre hair. But, they're colours that are very noticeable. And I just wish we had that option to remove the ombre look. So the next look is we have luscious bangs. They were nice enough to give us the look as two different options. So I'm very confused on why they did not do that option. But this comes in a range of colours depending which option you choose, and if you choose the other option you get your solid colours, which this is one of my childhood hairstyles, so I am loving the fact that they've brought this one into the game. This one I'm very tossed up about. I love from here down. The only reason I don't like this is because of the hairline, though I'm not sure really how else they could have done this. This is more of a personal style to me, the fact that I don't like it, not the fact that the quality of it's bad or the style or the model is bad. That's not the case at all. Like, I could never imagine The Sims 14 putting a bad hairnet into the game. So we also have this other short hairstyle, which can carry over to both feminine and male qualities alike. But they still look good, like, either way. Like, I love the individual hair stroke. I just feel it really brings a lot of, like, realistic items into the game. Now this one. I'm very torn between this one. In terms of would I use it? Probably not. Would it be good for a storytelling sense? I feel it would, because if you were the kind of person to tell a story in terms of The Sims, then I would be the kind of person, if I saw this, I'd be like, crazy cat lady. Just hands down, I would see crazy cat lady. Would I complain if this was removed? No, I don't feel like I would. So, granted, this could be really different. You guys could love this hairstyle, and by all means, that's perfectly fine. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So now that the hair is completely done, let's jump into the clothes. So this is our first lot of tops. The cat hoodie. Okay, I love this because I feel that it brings character to The Sims, and I feel it would be really good for a teen sort of sim and not so much an adult. But the color palette, I have no complaints there whatsoever. This I'm also in love with. Now, this sort of style of shirt with the blazer over the shirt, pardon me, is something that's already into the game, but I feel with this that it's more shaped to the Sims body. I find others are too long and then too wide hipped out, and they just don't sit nicely with other shirts other pants, or allow you to sort of utilize that. And the color palette is also very, very nice. Now this has to be my favorite shirt out of the whole lot, because I feel like while this looks casual, it could also be brought into a like stylistic age by putting like tight pair of jeans or some leggings on and some boots to bring some sort of style. So, or you could just tone it down with trackies or a baggy pair of jeans, you know. Like, it's something that could be really, really utilized in the game. And the fact that you have options in terms of patterned options to some like non-character items on the front, I think is really good. This I like also, but I'm not a big fan of the scarf. So once again, I'd love the option to remove the scarf, but I understand it's completely the style of the shirt. This I think is really good to include in, because it kind of brings, I mean, I feel it's older style, because I don't know, for some reason when you look at the sim, anything that wears sort of knitted wear I feel looks slightly slouched. Like if I can't emphasize that, that's alright, I can't show you guys too much, it won't work. You know, like I feel it sort of, I don't know, it's sort of an older pattern. Not an older pattern, but an older style. Really good for an elder sim. Now this I'm kind of disappointed about. I love the whole thing. I just don't love how it looks on the sim. I feel if it was fitted, like if we brought this in, this kind of makes it fitted. But I understand that knitted wear is not something that is to be fitted. So it's kind of a personal preference, and I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that shirt as much. This I love. I love the fact that they've included the over-characterized sweater. It just makes me think of grandma at Christmas time that gets in and, you know, always buys or creates that really ugly sweater. But these aren't ugly. These are nice. We also have the crop top look. This is really good, I feel, for the junior, or not junior, more teen, like newly teens getting in there. We don't have a solid color option, but we do have the options between the cat and the dogs. So if you're more of a cat or dog person, you could choose between either. Now this is one of the new uniforms for the vet. This pretty much carries over in terms of whatever color, but we also have this other option which is sort of a lot like the nurse wear, but you've got your little pet gear here as well, so you could utilize pretty much either one no matter what. So let's jump in and now check out some bottoms. So here we have this similar style. I like that they included this because it gives us a short option, where previously we did have a long jean option. So this adds a lot of style into the game. I can't complain about this. Who can complain about another pair of shorts? I mean, they're nice, they're patterned. Do I wish they had a solid colour? Yes, but, you know, I'm not going to chuck a hissy fit about it. Now, I believe this skirt is what goes with this uniform. Or this outfit, and as you can see, there's a different range of colours that go with these quite nicely. We also have the same skirt in a patterned option, which is more themed for cats and dogs. So if you wanted to sort of flare up your uniform for work or anything else, you could quietly do that. And here we have the pants. Now when I see these, I think pajama pants. So even if I didn't use these as the pants for the veterinarian option, I would use them alone as pajama pants. So get that out of the way. So, you know, it's not something that I'm ever going to complain about. So now we have some more options in terms of full body wear. So this I like the style of the dress. I hate the colours, but it's patchwork. So what do you expect? I don't know. I'm not a fan of patchwork, but it's really up to each other's sort of own interpretation, because here we have the same dress, but it's a solid colour and it doesn't have the long sleeves, and I believe it looks really nice in the pink. Like, in my opinion, that could be a really nice bridesmaid dress. If we were to jump over to this option here, I'm loving this. I would also love to see this without the knitwear. But I'm not really going to complain about that. That's more of I'm not really a knitwear kind of person. So for me to sit down and utilize the knitwear option, I would try to remove them for whatever else. But it still looks nice on this dress. This dress, absolutely love. Can't complain. It is a style that I don't think I've ever seen within The Sims 4 other than the similar style in terms of the Halloween stuff where the witch wears the similar stuff, but I still love the fact that they've kind of modernized it and not made it so character like. We also have the long tee. I believe it's a onesie, like a full one piece, not so much. It's just sewn across here, not two separate pieces. But I do love the option for this. I also wish they had a solid colour, but I'm not really, I'm not gonna break the game because they didn't have that option. This I like, but I feel it's very, very mummish. Like back in the, is it 50s or 20s? I'm not sure what era, but I feel it's very, very housewife. I like the style. I don't get this thing, even though it kind of makes it. I don't know. I think it modernizes the dress, but it's quite nice. I would never say no to overalls. I had one pair when I was a kid, and I don't think I ever had a pair. It's not something that I see very much all around as a style, but The Sims made these overalls look cool. And the last full body, I'm glad they included this because this is something I would wear in real life. And the fact that I felt that they had this style in the game, but it was a short, I didn't feel it would look really good on all shapes and sizes Sims. So I would not wear it. But these I feel do utilize that, would utilize that option a whole lot better. So I believe we have a couple of accessories. So we have this wristband. It's a cat's tail as well as the cat's head. And then we have ourselves some leggings, which I may have to remove the pants. There we go, this utilizes the option. So if we were to jump back into the accessories page, we also have these in both cats and dogs. Where are they? There's the dog option. Definitely not a solid option, but that's because it's, they're already within the game. Speaking of accessories, we have also some necklace options from memory. We have two. So this one's if you're a cat lover, and this one's if you're a dog lover. If you ask me, that looks like a crab, but the only reason that I thought not was because this has a love heart, and I believe the love heart is carried there across that. So I'm sorry guys if I made you look at that and now all you see is a crab. Now as for shoes, we have two pairs of shoes, which I'm disappointed about, but the shoes that we have, I'm happy for one, not so happy about the other. So this is the boot option. I'm always one for a ankle boot. I do love the style, and even though we just have complete jargon here right now in terms of clothing, it still goes quite nicely. They have a charcoal black, some grey, some purple, white. They have all different sorts of options. Now I feel this appeals to those who really, really love pets, and they've got the cat whiskers on there, and they have them on everything. I really wish part of me wished that they had the plain option as well, but I think that's because they have a very similar option which is kind of already within the game. So other than that guys, that is it for the females. Let's jump into the males. Now yes, this is going to be a long series because all that stuff in the beginning, or a long episode, not so much series. We were within the girls bit, and it's been 20 minutes already. So as for the shirts, I don't have any complaints in terms of the male shirts whatsoever, because we actually have more shirts in males than we do females, which I'm quite pleased to see. I love the fact that they've made them smart but casualized everything up by rolling the sleeve. You can see that's a very trendy style that they've carried over for most of these clothes. I'm also glad that they've added a t-shirt option, because sometimes I feel we didn't have that many options for the males in terms of the game. I'm also happy with some overlay. This is really nice and a chunky outfit, which I feel would be really good. Though we don't have seasons in the game, so I don't know when this would be utilized in winter. As with this also makes me think of a snobby Frenchman. I don't know. I think it might be the turtleneck that gives that away. I'm not sure. This is kind of the male version of the shirt that sort of characterizes the cats and the dogs. We also have the similar thing here, but in the dog version. And we also have these, which we've seen option previously. Now if we jump over to the pants, these pants, hang on, let's see if I can find, let me just do this top. These pants, actually we might remove the top, just so we can utilize the belt. I love these pants, and I would probably even cross them over to feminine pants. I feel they're quite nice. I don't know, there's something about them I love, and I just would want a pair of my own. We have the smart sort of shorter belt option. These pants, as a pattern, I'm a big fan of as well. And even though I'm not a boy, I'd probably buy them for myself if I was. We have some more baggy option cargo pants, which I think we only have one other pair of this within the game, so I'm not really complaining about that either. I'd love them in the game. And once again, we have the bottoms for the veterinarian clinic. This is where I'm disappointed at in terms of males. They only have one full body option, and I don't like it. I don't know what they were thinking with this being an only option. I'm not a big fan of it. I really wish they did add more to the game. In terms of shoes, these are nice. These are, what would you call them? Canvases? I don't know. But they're nice. I like them. There's something I definitely am not going to complain about within the game. Now, if we jump over to the kids, this section actually might be a lot quicker because we only have 4 shirts within the game. So this is sort of themed after the adult version. They've added long sleeves, but as you can see, they've still continued off the rolled sleeve look. This is very formalish look. Once again, it makes me think of a snobby Frenchman or a rich kid. I don't know, it's just something that I get from the style of clothes. And this is a jacket that I absolutely love, and I just love the style of it, in my opinion. The pants don't carry over. We do have 2 full body options. So this I like. Do we have some solid options? No, I'd love to see the jacket in the solid coloured options other than the sort of the mixture. But, it does have cat and dog theme. And then we have this, which is pretty much the same as the male adult version, but it's more fitted to the sim, in my opinion. We also have 2 pairs of boots. So we actually have sort of what do they call it? A shin high boot. And we also have an ankle boot, but their options are quite nice. And I do love the style and the colour that they have given within this option as well. If we take a quick look at the hair, this is our only new hair for the kids. Nice little a curl, a nice sway wave. And if we jump into the female hair option, this is our option for the girl's hair, which I love. I'm always a big fan of a bow in your hair, but part of me really wishes we could customize the bow options as well. Just, give us a color palette or something, please. Please. Do we have anything within here? No, nothing's hiding in here. So if we jump into the shirt option, they only have one. These 2 we looked at both on the male, but they've brought this sort of forward in a style for females, and the color palette is, looking at this, is pink, pink, pink. But they both have the cat and dog option, so if your Sim's a cat or dog lover, that's fine. These pants, I love the shorts. They've carried them over quite nicely from the adult style. And in terms of full body, we have another dress. I can't complain about another dress. I love dresses when it comes to this game. And oh, the polka dot. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. We also have another pair of boots. I wish they had something more. I don't like the flats in the games for the girls as kids. I wish they had more options, but I don't know. They just haven't been ever so nice enough to include that. So other than that, guys, that is it for Create a Sim. If you would like to see Create a Pet, then stick around. That will be up shortly. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more of If It's Worth Buying, then hit that subscribe video as well as that notification bell so you guys will know when I have a new video. So my question to you guys is, so far, what do you think of this pack in terms of Create a Sim? I mean, probably two to three things I wasn't a fan of, but everything else, hands down, I absolutely love. So stick around for the next episode, which will release in the next day or two. So until next time, guys, I hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you guys next time for some more Sims 4. Bye.